Get ready for an encore presentation. With Halloween rapidly approaching and COVID still upon us, you need something festive for your kids to have at home, just in case you don't feel comfortable with them going out to trick or treat. So we're making Halloween dirt cake today. Welcome to Help at Home, your resource for great recipes and easy learning. I'm Jim Hightower. Today we're making Halloween dirt cake, and if you haven't had it before, you'll love it and your kids will too. So grab your pen and paper, here come the ingredients. I got this from the Delish website, and I will put that link in the description, as well as typing out these ingredients. You'll need a 14.3 ounce package of Oreos. If you have a bigger one, don't worry, because I do too. You'll need 5 tablespoons of melted butter, and I upped that 1 tablespoon. You'll need a small box of vanilla pudding, that's 3.4 ounce, 2 cups of cold milk, an 8 ounce block of cream cheese softened. We've been through this before. Set it out a minimum of 1 hour ahead, maybe 2. And you can also take it out, and it's sealed in its foil package. You can set it in a bowl of warm water for about 15 or 20 minutes, and that'll do the trick as well. An 8 ounce package or bowl of Cool Whip, and I use the Cool Whip Lite. Now I changed the ingredients because they used heavy cream and powdered sugar, and I like to use things that people are more likely to have in the house, like Cool Whip, and also I can control the sugar. If you have heavy cream and powdered sugar instead of Cool Whip, you'll need 1 cup of heavy cream and 1/4 of a cup of powdered sugar to sweeten it with. And I'll remember to tell you more about that as we go along. We're going to start with the crust, and you need 1 regular package of Oreo cookies. And a food processor helps, or you can get a Ziploc bag and your big handy rolling pin, the one that lets you say you're in charge, and you can just beat those cookies. But I love this food processor that my wife gave me for Christmas. Now I have a party size package of Oreo cookies, and I don't know how much is in a regular package, but I'm going to ask my Echo Dot. Echo, how many cookies in a regular package of Oreos?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, a standard package of Oreos contains 36 cookies, while the family size package contains 48.
So, we need 36 cookies. Here's my 36 cookies, and put my lid on my food processor, and all you need to do is pulse this on high for 5 seconds at a time until it's the consistency of, well, dirt. Yes, you leave the cream in between the sandwiches, it doesn't even matter. So 5 seconds, wait a second, and continue till you're there. Alright, I have that done, and there's my cookies. Put this in here. And there's 3/4 of a cup for later. You must hold that out. Then here's 5 tablespoons of melted butter, and you want to stir that together. And it doesn't seem like it's going to mass, but it will. You just keep stirring, and I think these cookies are kind of like flour. If you think it's not starting to stick, you can give them just a minute or two and then continue. Okay, next, you need an 8x8 or a 9x9 dessert dish. I like this Pyrex dish because has a handy cover. I'm not spraying it or anything. I'm just putting this in. The butter should help it release. And it does, because I've made this 3 times. So, put that in the sink. Now, you do need your impeccably clean fingers. Pat this down. And let it sit. You don't have to bake it at all. It's really easy. Set it aside. Next. Oh well. I don't have a self-cleaning floor like Julia did, but I do get to clean it myself. Oh, one more ingredient you need, and I forgot to mention. So just imagine I said it. You need 1 envelope of unflavored gelatin. 1 envelope, not 1 package. But this is Knox unflavored gelatin. It's the most widely used. But if you go to a larger store like Walmart, they have store brand of unflavored gelatin. This big box costs about the same as that little box of name brand gelatin. And same thing, you just need 1 package of gelatin. Now, gelatin's kind of like yeast. You have to know how to use it or you'll have a little bit of trouble. But it's no big whoop. So, first of all, gelatin must be dissolved in a cold liquid. Usually water, but milk is okay. And even sometimes fruit juice. It's just a sandy little granulated type thing. I'll even get my, well no, I won't get my coffee spoon. I wouldn't want anybody to say that I was using something that could be dirty. Okay, so that will set for 5 minutes in 1/2 of a cup of cold milk. And it'll do what's called bloom. It'll soften up and kind of grow like your yeast. But if you wait too long, it'll get hard, so don't. Then you have 1/2 cup more cold milk. Put it in your microwave about 30 seconds. It absolutely does not need to boil. While that's going, get your vanilla pudding out. You can go ahead, pour that in your bowl. And if you're more of an advantageous person, you might have some homemade vanilla pudding. And so this makes 2 cups, and you could use 2 cups of homemade pudding if you made it. I'm putting in 1 of the 2 cups of milk. Have lots of measuring cups. Okay, got my mixer, and I'm going to roughly mix in the 1 cup of cold milk. Then I've got my unflavored gelatin that has been softening in the milk, in cold milk. Now what you have to do is, after it's softened, you have to dissolve it in something warm. So here's the other 1/2 cup of milk that goes into the pudding, and that will dissolve it. Pour that in there, and there you go. And mix. Remember, you need to mix up your pudding for about a minute or 2. Next, we need a bowl for our cream cheese. And you might be asking, why did Jim just put more gelatin into instant pudding, which will gel anyway? Well, I'm glad you asked that. This by itself is kind of a soft filling, and I didn't like it kind of falling out, so with an extra bit of unflavored gelatin it will set up and you can cut your pieces and it'll be nice and it'll show the layers with the dirt bottom crust. So here's your cream cheese that you let sit out. You just need to cream it for a few seconds. Next, you have your package of Cool Whip. Now, if you were using the 1 cup of heavy cream and 1/4 cup of powdered sugar to sweeten it, you would beat up your whipped cream till it's fluffy, and right before it's really fluffy, add in your powdered sugar to sweeten it and whip till it's nice and firm. But don't go too far or you'll make sweet butter. And nobody wants that in a dessert. Not much they don't. So, here I'm going with roughly 8 ounces, I believe, of Cool Whip. That's what it is. I'm using the Cool Whip Lite. This might be kind of nice and handy for my favorite diabetics. I think they make some sugar-free cookies too. Well, I know they do. Then mix these together. Alright, then I'm going to put, now see that Jell-O, the instant pudding, has already soft set, and we didn't even put it in the refrigerator. So put that in without getting it on your shirt, and then you can slowly mix it. You can kind of fold in that whipped cream and cream cheese. Get your crust and put this right on top of it. Smooth it out, nice and flat. Oh, got a little cream on the top of my dish. Well, that will happen. Alright, the next thing you need is your 3/4 cup of leftover crushed cookies. And really, you can just dump it. Now, use your fingers, spread it out, and if you want to pretend that this is a little patch in your yard or a cemetery, whatever, you can decorate it accordingly. And I'm going to give you a quick little ditty on Halloween. When I was in college just a few years ago, one of my professors, very wise lady, said that Halloween is not some evil satanic holiday, as some people might think. It was originally All Saints' Day, celebrating the wonderful people that had passed away. And it kind of took, commercialism and a few centuries to turn it into something more. So put that in your pipe and smoke it any way you want. Now, I have 2 kinds of gummy worms for my decorations. A lot of kids like the sour worms. My nephew didn't. He would rather have the plain worms, so I did that with him. But the sour gummy worms, they kind of stand out a little bit better. And so you just get you a little handful of these. I'll put this over here where my side camera can see. And you just kind of stick them in there. However many you want. Wherever you want. I think what I did the first time was kind of put 3 rows and 3 on a row. So I'll do that again. It's very simple. You can even push them down a little bit more. And of course, if you've got young children who might choke on them, then you need to take them out, but you'll know what to do. Now, if you want to go further, like I said, and turn this into a flower bed or a cemetery or whatever you want, that's up to you. With candies, you can do all kinds of things. But this is the simple way to do it. And those are dollar store gummy worms, $1 a package. You can't beat that. This is a wonderful little dessert. And like I say, with Halloween rapidly approaching and COVID still upon us, if you're not going to let your kids go trick-or-treat, and I wouldn't let mine go if I had any, it's nice to have a little something festive at home for your kids or yourself. It goes without saying that this must be kept in the refrigerator. I would make it ahead and give it between 2 and 4 hours or even overnight to gel up, and you'll be good to go. I just want you to notice how when a piece was cut, the filling did not fall out. If you like this recipe for Halloween dirt cake, the way that I kind of changed it up, give it a thumbs up. Smash that like button, help the channel. We're almost at 500 subscribers, and we're aiming for 1,000. Share with your friends who like to cook or just want to learn how. Drop me a line in the comments below about your experience with this recipe and how you changed it or how you decorated it. Click the bell in the top right hand corner for notifications. I'm Jim Hightower, and remember, everyone needs help, even me. Have a safe Halloween and enjoy. Today we're making the good old standby, and quite easy if I'm bleh, and flopper. 4 tablespoons melted, no, this is flopper. You'll need 1 cup of Cool Whip, good.